那么在奥巴马总统的新闻发布会上呢，我也向他提了一个问题，这也是整个 G20首脑峰会上奥巴马总统接受的唯一一个来自亚洲国家的问题。我们就中国的一些核心关切比如说美国的这些利益和世界其他国家之间利益的协调问题，我对他进行了一个提问。那么现在呢，我们就请我的同事把当时的画面给大家回放一下。I'm actually Chinese. But
it's wonderful.
I think I get to represent the entire Asia.
Absolutely.
We're one family here in this part of the world.
Well, your English is better than my Mandarin also, so.
My question is,
Go ahead.
Is very simple. You mentioned interpretation. I know part of the difficulty being the American president is that some of the decisions that you take, actions you make, will be interpreted in a way that are not what you thought they would be or what you meant they would be. For instance, some of the actions you've taken were interpreted as anti-business domestically in the United States. And as someone just mentioned, some of the actions taken by the U.S. government that you represent as well were interpreted as sacrificing other countries' interests for America's own benefit. Mm-hmm. So it's you find yourself constantly being interpreted in 1,000 different ways. How do you address these interpretations?
With wonderful press conference like this, that give me the opportunity, hopefully, to provide my own interpretation. But look, I mean, you make a valid point. We live in a connected world. Everything I say, everything my administration does, anything one of my aides does is interpreted in one fashion or another. In America, we call it spin, and there's a spin cycle that is going on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I think that in this media environment, it is in some ways more challenging to make sure that your message and your intentions are getting out in a consistent basis. But you know, I think that if I'm consistent with my actions and I'm consistent with my goals, then over time, hopefully people look at you know, my overall trajectory, and they can draw accurate conclusions about what we're trying to do. With respect to business, for example, we've had in the United States some battles between myself and some in the business community around issues like financial regulation or health care. At the same time, you know, I've said repeatedly, and I said on this trip, we can't succeed unless American businesses succeed. And I'm going to do everything I can to promote their ability to grow and prosper and to sell their goods both in the United States and abroad. And the fact that the economy is now growing and trade is expanding and the stock market is up, I think, is an indication that I mean what I say. Hopefully, by the end of my administration, businesses will look back and say, you know what? Actually, the guy was pretty good for business, even if at any given point in the road they may be frustrated.
在发布会上，针对量化宽松货币政策，奥巴马是这样回答的。
From everything I can see, this decision was not one designed to have an impact on the currency, on the dollar. It was designed to grow the economy. And there's some legitimate concern that we've had very low inflation, that a huge danger in the United States is deflation, and that we have to, you know, be mindful of those dangers going forward, because that wouldn't be good for the United States or for the rest of the world. Beyond that, you know, that's just an observation about what I think the intent was.